Good morning, students. The
Good
topic
morning.
of today, good morning. The topic of today's discussion is lists. List is um, created through square brackets. We learned this, and it is a sequence of data items from any data type. You can have integer, float, string, or even another list within a list. And why we call these data types sequence? Because they are collection of data elements. It's not a single data element. If you have a variable var is equals to 100, this is a scalar or a single uh, value. Whereas when you consider string, lists, tuples, dictionary, set, these are sequences as they encompasses several data elements within them. Uh, these types, most common one is list and tuples, also the dictionary, and there are several operations that could be performed on sequence. And also we have predefined or built-in functions. Okay, for lists, tuples, strings we saw in our last class. We had a sheer number of operations that we could perform on strings. For instance, upper, lower, is lower, concat, join, L trim, R trim. All that are the functions that are uh, predefined for strings. Likewise, there are functions defined for lists, tuples, and dictionaries as well. List is the most versatile data type in Python. List is actually the most significant uh, data type or a sequence in Python. List is used at several instances, and you can have, because any kind of data in list and also updating is possible with list, it is quite flexible to use lists. Example, there are three lists defined here. In the first list we have got two string values and two integer values. In second list we have got integer, all five integers. In the third list we have four strings, and the index of the list begins at 0. List could be sliced as we did for strings. Uh, we could obtain substring or part of the string by using this notation, this slice operator. And here start index and end index 2 to 5 you can write. This is slicing. Slicing is the operation where you extract the part of the sequence. It could be a substring, it could be a part of list, and it could be concatenated and so on. Accessing values in lists. How do we access values in list? We can use square brackets by specifying index or indices to obtain the value available at that index or in the range. For this list one, here the print statement would extract or access zeroth element. What is zeroth element? Physics. Physics is the zeroth element. So it prints physics. In the second print statement, list 2, 1 to 5. 1 to 5 means uh, it begins at 2 because the index of 2 is 1. The index of first element is 0 and index of second element is 1. Here this is 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 anyway is not included. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 4 elements would be printed. A list is a mutable type. Mutable means you can update. Uh, Value available at index 2. What is the value available at index 2? This is index 0, this is 1 and this is 2. It is 1997 and it is updated. In the second element, list of 2 is updated to 2001. Then what happens? The original list would get updated and 1997 this will be removed and 2001 is added. Because of this, it is like updating the list. The print statement now would print 2001. Okay. Next, there is another method also called append, which we will discuss in order to add elements to the list. Delete list elements. How to remove a element from the list? By using del statement, del. Del. It is a statement that is used to delete the element. This list has got 4 items. Print list means it prints all list. It is printing the entire list. The output is physics, chemistry, 1997, 2000. All the elements would be printed. Del of del not of del space list of 2. Del space list of 2 is what? Deleting the element at uh, index 2. What is the element at index 2? 0, 1, 2. This one. Now 1997 is deleted. After deleting, when you are printing list, you would get only 3 elements, not 4, because one element has been deleted. Basic list operations. We have 2 basic operations of a string where you can uh, concatenate using plus and perform repetition using asterisk. List also supports concatenation and repetition. Besides that, it also has so many other operations which we will study. Here, length. Length is a function which returns the total number of elements in a list. How many are there here? Length of within square brackets 1, 2, 3. Whatever is there, this within square bracket, this is a list. It's like an anonymous list. Name is not assigned to it, but then it is a list. What is the length of this list? 3. Um, and here these 2 lists are concatenated by using concatenation operator, which is plus. Then this asterisk is repetition. This list would be repeated, the items in the list would be repeated for 4 times because here it is 4. If you specify 2, it will be repeated 2 times. 3 in. In is an operator that checks whether the specified value is present in the list or not. 3 in 1, 2, 3, yes, 3 is there in the list. For x in 1, 2, 3 colon print x comma end. This is printing the list by using for loop. X is a iterating variable. This x in 1, 2, 3. First x will be assigned to 1, and here 1 will be printed. Then in the next iteration x is assigned to 2, 2 would be printed, and end is equals to space. This is end equal to space, single space. By default it takes a new line character after every print. To avoid that and to have just a space between the subsequent statements, uh, this is used end. Okay, and then in fact it is printed in this manner, okay, through iteration. Indexing, slicing, and matrices. Lists are sequences, therefore it is possible to index and slice the same way as we did for strings. L is equals to, this one is the list. L of 2 is 0, 1, 2, Python. L of minus 2 is Java. Why minus 2 is Java? The index in forward direction would begin with 0, 0, 1, 2. The index in backward direction, uh, students, please excuse me for 1 minute. Sorry, students, about that. Here, the indexing from backward, from the end of the list, begins with minus 1. This is minus 2. This is minus 3. And if you say L of minus 3, it is C++. L of 0 is also C++. L of 1, this is square brackets. L of 1 is Java. L of minus 2 is also Java. And in the range, when you specify the range, this is start index 1 colon. If you don't specify anything, it will be the last character or last element. If start range is not specified, if it is like this, here it would begin at 0. Okay. Uh, if it is not specified, start or end range, if start range is not specified, it begins at 0, which is the starting index. If end range is not specified, it ends at the last elements index. Here it is 1 colon. So 1 is what? Java. So it prints Java and it prints Python, both, because ending is not specified. And here section or the part, one part of list, one section of list is retrieved. Built-in functions and methods of list, CMP. Okay, this is not available in Python 3, so let us not see this. Length is, we know to print the total length of the list. Max is, max of list is to return the element with the maximum value. If they are integers, if the maximum element is 100, then it returns 100. Minimum is to return the minimum value. List is to convert a tuple into a list. List of SEQ means, uh, suppose if you have created a tuple, how do you create a tuple? T is equals to within parenthesis. Please note here, this is parenthesis for tuple. For list, it is square brackets. And for dictionary, it is curly braces. If you create a tuple, suppose 1, 2, 3, and if you would like to convert this to list, then you can invoke list of T, list method. Okay, this we will execute and see. These are the methods. Append method is used to add an element to the end of the list. Append means existing list will be there as it is. The end would be to add a new element. Count is to count the number of times object occurs in the list. This is, you are invoking this with list object. List dot count of obj. Suppose in the list you have 1, 2, 3, 1, 5, 6. And if you say this is L dot count of 1, then it gives 2 because 1 is occurring twice. Extend is to append the contents of sequence to a list. You can add, here you are adding one object to the list. Instead of object, a sequence could also be added. A sequence means collection of values, more than one value could also be added. Index, it returns the index of the list of the object within the list. And here it would be the lowest index. If you take an example of this, what is the index of 1? It is 0. Okay. And insert, here this one is inserting the object at the specified index. Suppose if you would like to add at index number 2, what you can do? L dot insert index number 2 object 10. This is 0, 1, 2. At this index number 2, 10 would be added. Pop is to return the last object from the list. Whatever is there, no, that object it returns. Remove is to remove an object from the list. Reverse, to reverses the objects in the list. If you have 1, 2, 3, it would become 3, 2, 1. Sort is, if you have 5, 4, 1, 2, you may sort it using 1, 2, 4, 5 in order. These we will look at the Jupyter notebook, okay, for this code. Next, tuples. Tuple is immutable Python object. Why tuple is immutable? Because it is created in that manner which cannot be extended. 3 tuples are created, tuple 1, tuple 2, tuple 3. This is an empty tuple. because there are no elements within this parenthesis. This one is uh, a tuple having a single value. Accessing is same. Tuple of 1 is the name of the tuple. Slice operator, which are brackets. Within that, you specify the index. And this is the range. 1 to 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 to 5. Updating tuple is not possible because it is immutable. Tuple 1, tuple 2, and here in this statement, although it is commented, if you uncomment it, also you the system raise error. It won't perform that action because it does not support changing of the tuple. The 0 is 12. Instead of 12, you would like it to become 100, but it is not possible. This is concatenating two tuples and creating a new tuple. This is possible. Deleting tuple elements using del statement. Same, everything remains same. Okay, but then deleting is not possible because you cannot change. Once a tuple is defined, it is fixed. You cannot add, you cannot delete, you cannot update, you cannot insert, you cannot append. No operation could be performed. So it raises an error if you try to delete. Basic tuple operations are finding length, concatenating, repetition, and then membership. In is for membership, and iterating or through the tuple using for loop. That all is possible. Same like list, indexing, slicing. This is same. Index, you can index here by using brackets, or you can use positive indexes or negative indexes. Negative indexes begin from the end, positive indexes begin from the start. And here this is also same range, and the built-in tuple functions are length, max, min, same like lists, and tuple. Tuple will convert a sequence into tuple. Like list would convert a sequence into list, tuple would convert sequence into tuple. Tuple length, it gives the length of the, we will execute these. Okay, dictionary. Tuples and lists are similar in the way they are created. They both of them have numeric indexes like 0, 1. These are indexes. Dictionary is a kind of sequence that can have strings as indexes, which are known as keys. In dictionary, indexes are called as keys, key, K-E-Y, key. And to define a dictionary, we have to use key colon value pair. We'll have key value pair. This key could be numeric or string. And to define a dictionary, we use this braces, curly braces. And dictionaries are mutable. Lists, dictionaries, and strings are mutable. Tuple is immutable. Dictionary access how to do access is by using the keys. Here dictionary is defined. We are defining a dictionary, and this is the key, this is the value. Total key value pair is one record, and here we have age as is the key, 7 is the value, class is the key, first is the value. Okay, now if I would like to print the name, what I have to do, I have to access this element through its key, not index. If you recall, for lists and tuples, we did by using indexes. Here we have to use key. What is the key name? Within single quotes, because it is a string. If you would like to print 7, you have to access it through its key, which is age. So you can write dict of age. This is, what is this? Hmm. This is trying to access a data item with a key that is not a part of the dictionary. Then it raises an error. What are the keys? Name, age, and class. These are the three keys. Here it is trying to access through the key Alice. Because Alice is not available, it raises error. Updating dictionary is possible because it is a mutable type. To update it, we have to add both key and value. Um, here this is one first element, which is name, second is age, third one is class. Age is being updated now. Actually age is 7. Apparently here we are changing it to 8. To change it to 8, you have to do like this: dictionary name and its key value is equal to updated a new value. Okay, uh, instead of 7, you're putting 8 here, and you are adding another key value pair, which is school. Dictionary DICT is the name of the dictionary here. uh, Sequence, this is the key, school. DPS school is the value. A new entry will be added. Now printing age, printing school. And then deleting. This is del, same del statement. You have to give the syntax as del sequence name, which is DICT of key. Key here is name. Suppose if you would like to delete a name, and there is another function called clear, which will remove all the entries in the dictionary, and DELDICT, deleting the entire dictionary. This is printing. Age is 7. But here we have already deleted, no? We have cleared it. So there is nothing to print. It raises an error. What are the properties of dictionary keys? We cannot have more than one entry per key. Means every key is unique. No duplicate keys are allowed. That is the first important point. Second, keys must be immutable. Keys cannot be changed, whereas values can be changed. Okay, keys are immutable. And built-in dictionary functions and methods, we have length. str is to produce a printable string representation of a dictionary. It uh, returns a string representation of a dictionary. Type means it returns the type of a variable. Type is type can be used with any variable. It is not limited to dictionary. Mm. Dictionary methods. There is clear method. There is a copy method that returns a copy of the dictionary. From keys means it create a new dictionary with keys from sequences and values set to value. From keys, you are creating a new dictionary. Get is to it returns a value for the key, and if there is no value here you can specify default value if that key does not exist. Has key, it checks whether the specified key is there in the dictionary or not. It is like in operator. Items returns list of dictionary key value tuple pairs. All the items means every like name colon this is one item, age colon one item. Keys return only the keys like name, age, school. Set default, it is used to set a default value for the key in case key is not already defined in the dictionary. Update, we can update the dictionary with uh, new values, new key value base. Values, it return the values of the dictionary. These functions we will execute now. All right, let us go to our Anaconda and Jupyter notebook. List. First we will execute list notebook. This list notebook, let us clear its output. Two lists are defined, same physics, chemistry, 1997, 2000, whatever we learned just now. And then printing the zeroth element and elements from index 1 to 4. You got this result, right? The 0 is physics and 1 is 2. So 2, 3, 4 and 5. This one is updating the list. The value got updated. Earlier it was 1997 at index number 2. Now it is 2001 at index number 2. This is deleting an element from the list. Before deleting, there were 4 elements. After deleting, now we have only 3 elements because element with index 2 has been deleted. This one is creating a list of numbers length to print the length. List 1 has 3 elements, so length is 3. List 2 is created with the range function uh, with a length 5. So then the length would be 5. Range 5 means it creates 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Total 5 elements. This one is maximum element in the list. Max value is here in list 1. This is multi-list initialization. C++, Java, Python is assigned to list 1. 456, 700, 200 is assigned to list 2. Max value element is max of list 1 and max of list 2. Max of list 1 is in this string, Python is the maximum. It has got 5 characters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters. Here 700 is the maximum element. Here C++ is the minimum element in the first list, string list, and 200 is the minimum in the numeric list. This is to list, converting tuple to list. A tuple. A tuple is a sequence which is a form tuple. 123, C++, Java, Python. This is a tuple. You are converting this tuple to list by calling list function and printing it. Next, second, converting string to list. str hello world is a string. List2 is equals to list of str, which is string converted to list. Every character in the string is converted to every element in the list. Next is append. Append is to add an element at the end of the list. There are 3 elements in the list: C++, Java, Python. Now you are appending to C sharp or C hash. I think C sharp only. So this fourth one is added and updated list is printed. This one is counting. Counting, counting 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 occur twice. A list dot count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 2. Zara is occurring only once. So 1. This one is extend the list. This is one. First list is having 3 elements: physics, chemistry, math. Second list has values from 0 to 4. And now list 1 is extended to add list 2 elements as well. List 1 would get a total 3 plus 5, 8 elements. And printing this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, total 8 elements are there in list 1 now after extending it. This one is, trying to access a element in the list which is not available. So an error will be raised because this C sharp is not defined. Okay, C hash. Actually, this is known as hash symbol. So C hash is not defined in this. Therefore, index of chemistry is printed, which is 1, and index of C hash is not defined. So it is error. Next, this one is inserting biology at index 1. Actually, at index 1 in the list, it is chemistry. But the second statement would make the list to add biology at index 1. Then the updated list would have physics same as its place. Biology is added to index number 1, and this chemistry and math is moved forward. This one is pop. Pop is, it will return the last element. And list1 dot pop means it has removed the last element, which is math. List now is having only 3 elements. Again, pop of 1 means index 1, which is biology, that is popped. If there is no argument, it pops means removes the last element. Otherwise, it removes the element specified at the index as an argument to the function, whatever index is passed. So this biology is popped. This is remove. Remove function also removes an element from the list. So remove biology, remove math. After removing both, printing the lists. This one is reversing. Actually, list is defined with the physics, biology, chemistry, math elements. After reversing, we get math, chemistry, biology, and physics. This is sorting. Sorting, B occurs before C. So B, biology, C, chemistry, then math, M. After C comes M. It is apparently in chronological order. Okay, sorting in chronological order. And then this is about list. I will send you this. Anyone practiced yesterday's programs? After list is tuple. Creating a tuple with 4 elements, another tuple with 7 elements, and then printing. Printing zeroth element, which is physics, and here printing the range. This is, let us uncomment this one and try to see whether it allows us to update the list. It will not allow. It gives tuple object does not support item assignment. You cannot assign, means you cannot update. Let us comment it again and execute it. Tuple 1, tuple 2, both are combined, and then third tuple which is created from concatenation of the two tuples and get and is printed. Here, trying to delete the tuple, it raises error. Oh, this is deleting the entire tuple only, not the element. Here we are deleting tup, which is a tuple variable or the tuple object. That itself is deleted, not the element. If you try to delete the element, it won't support, but then you can delete the object itself. After deleting, trying to print means tup not defined because it is deleted now. Del tup. So del you can delete the element as well as the object. This is printing the length of first tuple and second tuple. It is 3 and it is 2. Here this is max and printing the, okay, here it is not taking the total number of characters in a string, rather it is taking the uh, ASCII value. So P is having more value when compared to M, C, and B. So that's why PHY is printed. Last I said, I think number of characters. Please don't take it as number of characters. Please take it as uh, its code. Its ASCII value. Means as you progresses in the alphabet, ASCII value also increase. So P is having a maximum value compared to all the other characters. And here 700. This is minimum. B is having the minimum value. And here 200. This is converting a list into tuple by calling tuple function. This is about tuples. Next. Dictionary. Dictionary is created in braces, curly braces with key value pair. So DICT, name, age, class, these are keys, and Zara 7 first, these are values. Here we are printing the value of name key and value of age key. Here, because Alice is not defined, there is a error. Here, updating. Essentially, we are updating the value of age key and also adding a school key and value pair. Here, deleting the dictionary key value pair, which is name. This entry, this entry would be deleted, and also dictionary is cleared, and the entire dictionary is deleted. When you are trying to access, because it does not exist, it raises an error. This is dictionary of name equal to here. Uh, okay, because actually we should not have multiple keys with the same value. Here, because we have multiple keys, it is giving the second one, value for second one. This one is key. Key cannot have, you cannot have a list as a key. That's why it is raising an error. You see here, name is within brackets. It should not be within brackets. If something is there within brackets, it essentially means it is a list. This one is printing the length. This one is converting, no, printing the string representation of a dictionary. Equivalent string str function. Using str function and DICT, printing the dictionary in the form of string. Then here the type of the dictionary is class DICT. Variable type is dictionary. You can use type with the list, with um, string, with integer, with any variable. This one is length of the dictionary, and after clearing again length. First, before clearing, length is 2. There are 2 entries. After clearing, length is 0. This one is copying. DICT2 equal to DICT1 dot copy. And when you are printing DICT2, well, here you get the same output as DICT1. This one is from keys, SEQ, and from keys. Here we have a name, age, gender. Name, age, gender. There are no values. A string representation is printed, and the next one is from value is by default 10 is assigned to every entry. Therefore, when you are printing in the second print statement, by converting it into str form, you get 10 everywhere because this is the default value. And here, get age means 27. Get gender, NA. Because there is no gender, we don't have gender here where defined in the dictionary. Because it is not defined, default value NA would be printed. This one is name is printed. Items. All the item means name value pair. Key value pair. Key means only keys. Value means only values. Items means key value pair. Only keys will be printed here. What are the keys? Name and age are the keys. Here, name, age, dictionary dot set default age equal to none, and setting default gender none. If it is not there, then none would be printed. If it is there, then whatever is the value that will be printed. Because age is there, 7 is printed. Because gender is not there, none is printed. And when you are printing the dictionary, it prints name, age, and because this gender is not defined, it prints none, default value. We are updating the list with the name, age. Dictionary 2 has gender female, and now dictionary 1 means dictionary is updated with the dictionary 2 also. So essentially here we get now three items, because the third item, the first dictionary received from the second dictionary. This is printing only the values, not the keys. Values are female, 7 and Zara. Students, any doubt in list, tuples and dictionaries? Okay. Today's questions are AI questions. I have already given you um, 15 questions or
14, ma'am.
14 questions.
Yes, ma'am.
So today it is 15th question, string functions, list functions 16th, tuple functions, dictionary functions, and up to 19. Uh, this week, not this week exactly. If you can write this by Friday also, it's fine, because there are only five questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, five questions from. Uh, no, actually 15 also. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From 15 to 19. These questions you have to write today, tomorrow, by Friday if you complete. For this week, again, after completion of functions and files and object oriented, I'll give these questions. So for today, it's from 15 to 19. I'll post this question list also in the group, as well as I'll post the programs so that you can practice. Let me take the attendance. Students, any doubts? Please go through. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Today is 9, 3, 5, 6, 7, 11, 14, 15, 26, 27, 31, 32, 35, 36, 37, 39, 40, 41, 42, 44, 45, 47, 50, 57. Students, so I'm assuming no doubts. Let us meet tomorrow with a new topic.